Hello everyone, welcome to Silver Arrow Tarot. This is Amanda, and this is part 2 of my two-part series. The first part was all about what lessons did you learn in 2021, and this video is all about what lessons you're going to be learning in 2022. So I decided to break it up into 2 videos because it was going to be like a 2-hour upload, and it's just easier to kind of break it up, because I thought, like, what if someone wants to, like, what if the messages are interchangeable a little bit for 2021 and 2022? So I thought this would be a better approach. I hope it works out. Let me know in the comments how you like it. And I might do like more 2-parters in the future if you like these kind of like 2-part things. So many beautiful messages came through. So I hope you enjoy, and I'll just point out this is pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, and pile 4. And you can take a minute to take a few deep breaths in and pick your pile. And I'll just sage a little bit. I always call it sage, but it's Palo Santo. Don't get mad at me. All right. So here you go, guys. I hope you enjoy your reading. All right. Bye. Hello, beautiful pile 1. Welcome to your reading, part 2 of my 2-part series on what lessons you are learning in 2021, and then what lessons you're going to be learning in 2022. So here are your cards, and then we'll get into all of the messages that are coming through. So first card is Diving for Light, and there is 1111, so that might be significant for you. And we have Sacred Fool, and we have Pandora's Gift, and we have Horus, Slow Victory. We have Sadis, Fertility and Satisfaction. We have Blue Lotus, Enlightenment. So I feel already this is going to be a big year for you. Kunum, Creator God. It's like a ram. This guy's like a hawk god. And we have Happy Water Spirit. And for your tarot cards from the Somnia, we have 10 of Wands. We have King of Wands. We have 8 of Coins. And we have 9 of Cups. Okay, so what I'm seeing here right away with these 3 cards, it's talking a lot about there's a lot of lessons in 2022 for you about diving deep and kind of mining. What I heard was like mining for gold. It says diving for light. I heard mining for gold. Within the shadow and within the emotional depths of you, you might be transmuting and transforming aspects of yourself and finding gifts hidden in your shadow, the parts of you that you suppressed often contain a lot of our gifts that we came here to give and share. And yeah, there's a lot of beauty to be found in our shadow. And I feel like this is a lesson that you'll be learning how to master in 2022, is to be kind of transforming a lot of these emotions. There's a lot of stuff about water here, like this Nine of Cups, this water spirit diving for light. I think makes me think of water, going into the emotional depths of yourself and coming up to the surface and finding new direction, because our emotions are really our compass for knowing some deep truths about our soul and what we came here for and who we are, and awakening to exploring and becoming self-aware. And then the other big message I see here has to do with you learning about hard work and becoming victorious and succeeding in life and working hard, but like from a space of alignment, and how that's really going to you're going to appreciate the journey, because really the journey is meant to be really the destination. You want to be happy in the process of doing, finding a fulfillment, finding the beauty and the fulfillment of the process, and not necessarily the end result, the victory, but the satisfaction of the production of the thing that you're working on is going to manifest a million times better, a million times more effectively than pushing through just to get the end result. Because you think that having a lot of money is going to make you happy, or having that fancy car is going to make you happy, but like the process of getting there and aligning to these emotions within you, and learning how to pre-pave your path with emotion, with positive emotion, that's your enlightenment this coming year. There's this message about spiritual enlightenment coming through, because I really see, especially with this card, like his face is covered, but he's reading a book. Like, how does that make sense, right? Like, what? But it's about spiritual knowledge. It's not about book knowledge. This is the message for you this year to master, is to tuning into your spiritual truth through your emotional body, and this is really an enlightenment, an up-leveling in your enlightenment process, your evolution process. And I'm also hearing, like, with this card, I was hearing like beginner's mind. So coming at things from a really fresh perspective, without a lot of like a baggage, because the Ten of Wands is typically depicted as person's holding like a big bag of sticks. So letting go of like how you think, all the stories you might be telling yourself about like how it's not going to work out, or how this is how things generally work, if someone does this and it will yield X, Y, and Z result. But you're going to learn, like, it has nothing to do with any of that, and you can basically you are the creator of your own reality. You are creator God. You are orchestrating this. You are designing your life through your emotional set points. And so this is a huge lesson for you this coming year. How to utilize your positive emotions, your emotions in general, learning to listen to your emotions, and work with them and align yourself by becoming in the flow, and not doing anything unless you're feeling inspired action, you're feeling in alignment, it's feeling good to you. Get yourself to that space however you need to, however you like to, with positive affirmations, or going for a walk and resetting your vibration so that you can then come to your work, come to whatever project that you want to be completing and working on, or manifesting from the right space. And not being worried about the fact that it might be taking a while, because when things feel inherently good, it's not necessarily, you're not in a rush, right? You're not going to be in a rush because you're enjoying the process, you're enjoying the experience, you're enjoying the learning, you're learning how to let go and feel good, and let go of the past and start fresh. Yeah, so that's all I'm seeing for this pile. I hope this sparked some inner knowing within you, motivated you for the coming year, excited you. I really enjoyed reading your cards, and I really hope to see you again soon. Thank you so much for being here, and have a beautiful, blessed day. All right, bye. Hello, beautiful pile 2. Welcome to your reading. All right, we're going to get right into your cards, all about what lessons you are learning in 2022. So, to start, we got, what do you feel? We have relax the hold of darkness and be at cause. We have dream a beautiful dream. And we have the shock of the new. And I want to point out that we have 9, we have 26, we have 19, and we have 6. So we have 9, 6, 9, 6 represented in the cards. Now I'm not doing like the reduction, but there's like an awful lot of repeating 9s and 6s. So it made me immediately think of 69, and some of you are gonna giggle, but like we'll get to it. We'll get to the meaning. But I think that's definitely part of the message here. I also have 6 of Cups here. So yeah, there's like a lot of 6s and 9s. All right, so Hathor, you have Hathor, love and music. You have Anubis, guide and protector. You have air spirit, Mset. You have Shita, Tashita, creative writing, creating and writing. And we have path, alchemy, and creation. Now we have lots of lots and lots of repeating messages about creating, music, writing, creation, and there's music here, like these speakers and the piano keys. So there's a lot of repeating messages about creation and artistic expression. So that's really cool. And finally, your tarot cards. You have the Hierophant from the Somnia Tarot in reverse. We have the Queen of Coins. We have the Six of Cups in reverse. And we have the Queen of Cups. So lots of feminine energy right off the bat with Hathor, Sashita, Queen of Coins, Queen of Cups. There's a lot of divine feminine energy here, especially with the combination of like the creation, creating energy. So lots of interesting synchronicities for this pile. But I want to start off with talking about alchemy with this card, alchemy and creation. I really feel like the lessons you're going to be learning in 2022, number one lesson is like create, like how important your art is, and how valuable it is and how important it is, and how I'm really getting a strong sense that you're going to be learning how to channel, or that you're going to be understanding how you channel, or that like your artistic expression is a form of channeling. You're going to be like mastering that, understanding that more, like utilizing that, because this card is really speaking to me strongly. How she's like holding this apple, well, she's not holding it, it's like floating, and this like orange is floating over here, but she's not even looking at either one of them. So she's like looking at like the earth, she's looking at Gaia, and she's like focused there, and it says, how do you feel? So she's feeling into her internal yes, but like bouncing it like off of the collective, like the consciousness. So like what people need, it's like this is your, I feel like this is like showing me your creative process, or like how you're gonna be like learning to create this year through like your body awareness of like you're feeling, okay, is it the apple? Is that, I feel like the apple is the yes, or I feel like the orange feels like a yes in my body. And so like this is how you're like tapping into how you create, and you're creating something totally new, because you're not going off of anything previous. Like this Hierophant here is like telling me like you're dropping the traditional way of doing things, and you're just going completely off of like this like gut like channeling thing that you're doing, to create music, to create writing, to create art, whatever it is that you create. I hope that makes sense. It seems really cool to me. I'm totally into it. Like, come back and teach me how, okay? Like, I want to hear. Yeah, so you've got love, music, you're tapping into like this collective unconscious, you're doing what you love, you're channeling it. This air spirit also makes me feel like, you're channeling it, you're downloading it, you're connecting into the air element. Yeah. And this, again, with this card, is a big, Mother Earth. So you're dreaming into existence this newness, this totally new. It's gonna shock you. It's like it's warning you. This is gonna be like a shocking thing in 2022 for you. Like you're coming into this whole new like awareness about how to create and how to like help humanity through your art, and how important your art is, and like how you're really channeling new information through your art to the rest of humanity, bringing new information, new messages, new ways of doing things. I think that's what like also, gosh, there's just so much. I'm sorry. Like this is like channeling and trying to keep up with everything. So you've got Anubis, which I was like a little bit confused, but with the 69, I feel like it's a very, the way that the two like numbers come together, you know, if you draw it, it's like they kind of interlock, right? This is very bad, but you get my kind of meaning. 6 and 9, if you make them upside down, they are kind of interlocked. So I feel like this is what this is saying, is like you're being guided, you're being protected by the universe, by spirit. You're being supported is what it really feels. It's like because you're co-creating with spirit and you're channeling, they're really protecting you. They're really gonna protect your message and your time and the space you need to come to this place of alchemizing, of learning this, developing this process, that your creative process. And you're really throwing out the old ways of doing things. You're getting rid of like traditional ideas about a lot of things. Just this process, this creative process, number one, but also just like you might be dismantling like old societal like sacred cows through your art, through your expression, through your music. You might write music. You might write lyrics to the music. You might have things to say, like Bob Dylan. He was really the voice of the 60s generation through the power of his words. I don't know why I'm bringing him up, but like he was a Gemini, so I feel like the air spirit there is like a little bit of a nod to him and the music and everything. So yeah, the 6 of Cups also, to me, the 6 of Cups, it can be a card about nostalgia, about old emotions, old feelings. You're really you're letting go of all that. This you're learning how to let go of old nostalgic emotions, and like maybe that's how you used to create. Maybe that's maybe that's the well that you used to tap into for creating, but now it's like shocking you that you're like not inspired by that anymore. You're totally you're like inspired by completely new things, completely new concepts, things that are completely out of your emotional wheelhouse. You're exploring totally new emotions and totally new feelings and experiences. So I hope that makes sense. Yeah, just totally new ways of doing things, and totally new ways of like, I feel like you're learning with this Queen of Cups and Queen of Coins, you're learning the connection between emotions, mastering your emotions, and like how that's like connects in again. And we're going back to that like 69 thing. Like, look at that. is how your emotions support your finances or your abundance, right? How your emotional state can bring in more financial stability, more money, more resources. Like, I feel like you're learning the alchemy of that this year as well. Okay, guys, I hope that was helpful. I hope this inspired you and sparked inner knowing within you. It was a pleasure to read your cards. I always enjoy these so much, and I learn so much. I'm sure you've heard me say that before, but thank you so much. It was an honor, and I hope you can join me again in my next reading. Okay, bye, guys. Hello, beautiful pile 3. Welcome to your reading. And this is all about what lessons that you will be learning in the year 2022. And it's part 2 of the last video I just posted, all about what lessons you've learned in 2021. So without any more delay, we're going to look at your cards, and we're going to get into the messages. There's some pretty strong energies coming through for this pile. So let's get started. And your first card right off the bat here, we got Power of Attraction. And then second card is Conscious Connections. And your third card from the Sacred Rebel is Be the Hunter, Not the Hunted. And from the Egyptian deck, we have Sarcophagus, Initiation. I have to do a little censoring here. I think you guys could probably handle it, but I don't want to get censored by YouTube. So Min, Fertility and Creation. It is a pretty funny looking card, not only because of that part that I have to cover, but his arm is like some kind of weapon or thing. It's like, I'm not really sure. Just overall kind of an interesting one. We have Nekbet, Protection. And we have Giza Plateau, Sacred Journey with 11. And for your tarot, you have Page of Swords in reverse. And we have Page of Cups in reverse. And we have the Wheel of Fortune, which is an interesting image with a clock, old-fashioned clock on fire. And the Knight of Swords. Okay, so right off the bat, there is a lot of masculine energy in this deck, in this particular pile. And we're heavily focused this year, it looks like, on, if not romantic relationships, just connections and just connections in general, relationships in general, maybe not romantic, but it looks like we might be talking romantic here, at least for some of you, with this phallic guy and this sword, and there's just a lot of chemistry and attraction in this particular pile. So it looks like we're talking a lot about lessons about who we're attracted to, why we're attracted to them. I feel that you're moving into a more mature, a more conscious energy with regards to how you connect with people and who you connect with, and looking at why you are attracted to the people that you're attracted to. who you're choosing to bring into your life. I feel with this, particularly with be the hunter, not the hunted, I wanted to read a little bit of this card because it's talking about this. So it says, the big difference between healthy supportiveness in relationship, which includes healthy self-support, and ignoring your own journey out of misplaced guilt, shame, and unworthiness, or the belief that needs of others are more important than your own, is not compromise. It's unhealthy and neglectful of yourself. So I feel like in the past you may have fallen into unhealthy patterns of rescuer, kind of savior energy or dynamics. At the very least, you may just sort of, I feel like you may just sort of let relationships come to you or sort of fall into your lap, and you might not have actually been actively hunting. It's kind of a weird, I guess, way to say it, but like pursuing the people that you're actually feeling particularly like would be a good match for you. You're just sort of like letting people kind of like come towards you and stay if they stay, or it's a more casual approach and less of a forward moving masculine, like, that's who I want, that's what I'm going after, she's exactly what I want, or he's exactly what I want, and I'm going for it. And so I feel like this is a big initiation process for you this year. You're going to be learning like a lot about yourself, and it's like an initiation, a spiritual initiation, or kind of a ritual, not a ritual, but like a really important soul lesson, growth point. That's something that you really came down here for, this journey that you're on, is to master this particular lesson this year, about going towards people consciously, choosing people consciously, actively participating with your drive, your passion, your attraction, and analyzing that, and like looking at that and making sure that you're not coming from like old unhealthy patterns, maybe that you might be playing out with people, partners, to resolve unhealed childhood wounds, mommy and daddy issue kind of things. You're not gonna just let these things happen to you anymore. You're gonna take charge. And I feel like you might be casually dating. You might be tempering. I feel like you're gonna be tempering your sexual, and this is not for everybody, but like some of you are gonna be learning to like tame and temper your sexual drive, and like not let that be the motivating factor for your romantic connections. You're going to be looking for something a little bit higher level, like people that are on your level, people that are like, that you can see like being wise choices for you, that make sense, that like fulfill your new standards for relationship, and that they're like going to be able to show up for you in healthy ways, and that you're not going to be just like be the one to be rescuing them, or just like there's like an imbalance, I guess you could say, like an imbalance in the power dynamic. So there's more of a give and take, there's a reciprocity. That's what I feel like this Knight of Swords is saying. You're going from the page energy, these page energies, into this Knight of Swords energy. It's a more direct, more clear, focused energy, more like I know what I want. And this is gonna protect you from like some of like maybe hurt and pain that you've been through in the past, because it's gonna be you taking charge and you making these decisions. And I feel like Spirit is saying that they're gonna like, it's gonna help up level you, and you're gonna be more protected in your relationships and your connections in the future. Anything else? Let's see. I just feel like with this Wheel of Fortune, that it's telling me that you're taking charge of your destiny this year. That like you're also righting any wrongs, like in terms of like bad luck or bad karma or like bad old patterns, like negative wheels that you've been on, loops that you've been on. You're taking charge with this forward moving energy, really like grabbing a bull by the horns and charging forward, and with a lot of confidence on your path, and really learning how to harness this fiery energy within you, this like motivated, passionate, sexual energy, life force energy within you. It's your time. It's really telling me that this is destined and fated for you to do that this year, and to really mature from these page, more like naive energies, beginner type energies, because the pages are like the most youthful energies of the suits. So yeah, from this I'm like hearing filling your own cup. So some lessons about like taking care of yourself first this year. Taking care of yourself first, and controlling, not controlling, but like being able to master your mental energy, your mind, your thoughts, and direct those thoughts, and becoming a little bit more of like the master of your mind. Okay, guys, I hope this was helpful. I hope this sparked some inspiration, some soul recognition, some excitement for the coming year. All these messages have been really cool and interesting and like positive and uplifting. So there's lots of growth, like tons of growth for everybody. Every pile, I feel like, is taking huge leaps forward this year. And it's really cool to see that. So that's one of the reasons I love doing these readings. So thank you so much for being here. It was an honor to read your cards. I hope you will join me again soon in my next reading. All right, bye guys. Hello, beautiful pile 4. Welcome to your reading. We are in the home stretch. I've been reading for a while now. So forgive me if my voice is probably at its worst. All right, so I will look at your cards and then we'll get into the meaning. There's a lot here to unpack, and we're gonna get into it. So we have come to life. We have she feels, she knows, and it's number 22. So we got some 2s. We've got listening for your truth. We have big, bold vision. If I can grab it. And I love this card. It's so pretty. Okay, so Egyptian cards, we have Sobek, Rest and Endings. We have Basat, Joy and Pleasure. And we have Ushbutis, I'm not sure how you say it, 44. Seek Assistance. We have Set Challenges. And with your tarot, we have 7 of Coins. We have 10 of Swords. We have Queen of Swords. And we have 8 of Swords in reverse. So probably one of the more challenging piles that I have read today. You know, we have challenges, we have 10 of Swords, we have 8 of Swords, so it's in reverse. So, and Rest and Ending. So there's a nod here to some challenges that you might be either facing or you know, starting to wrap up a difficult cycle. So I wouldn't get too worried, because it looks like, you know, things are going to resolve and end. But there's some lessons here for you about learning to ask for assistance. So you may be in some positions or situations this coming year where you are going to be learning to accept assistance, or learning when you need to ask for help. You may have struggled in the past with like not feeling like it's okay to ask for help, or worried about asking for help, having blocks with receiving help. So this is a lesson for you this year, how to learn to ask for help, learn to ask for assistance, learn to listen to your body and listen to your emotions, what they're telling you, to ask for help. I also feel like there's a big message here about you're going to be like developing your intuition this year, like a lot. Especially I'm seeing like your clairaudient abilities. And you're going to be learning like to trust and you're gonna be learning to trust this transformation process. You see how she's like painting, she's black and white, but she's painting her leg, is like starting to turn to color. So you're gonna be trusting this, you're gonna be learning to trust this your own personal transformation process, and holding that bigger vision for, you know, the immediate situation is not like the end of the road. It's, you know, you're on your way, you're on this path, and it's getting you there. You're getting to where you want to go, and you're getting clearer on this vision for the future that you have, that your soul has. And these any challenges that might be part of your experience this year are really meant to help you clarify, refine, hone, and get very crystal clear on what you want moving forward. With this Queen of Swords energy, I really feel like that's reinforced, that this clarity, this laser focus, this just clear as day vision that you're developing is really coming into focus this in 2022. And it's funny, it's 2022. I just saw that. So yeah, you're learning how to listen to your body. I think this year you're learning how to like know when it's time to rest, and trusting that, and knowing that you're not getting hung up. It's actually going to speed you up when you take time to rest. Because we often think like if we take time to rest, then we're going to get behind, or but you're not behind. And a lot of millennials, if you're part of don't know if you are, but if you are part of the millennials, we definitely tend to feel like we're chronically behind and we can't ever catch up, or we're late on the 8 ball with everything because of the way that society has set up, and the financial bubble bursting in 2008, and a lot of societal issues where things are so much more expensive, and income hasn't risen to the level of inflation, and housing costs are crazy, and so there's a lot working against us, and it can feel a lot of times like we're never going to get ahead. But getting your dealing with how you're feeling right now, resting, pausing, and listening for your truth, developing your intuition so that you have these skills to move forward with, is going to accelerate your growth exponentially in the future. Yeah, so you are in this transformation process, and the lesson also is to take joy and pleasure in the little things, even when the bigger picture of your life may not be where you want it to be. There's still always joy and pleasure to be found in the day-to-day small things, if you can focus on those. Just a cup of hot tea, or petting your beloved fur baby, and going for a walk, and learning how to just take care of yourself and find joy in that, and find joy in nurturing yourself, and whether that's nurturing yourself or finding someone to that can support your nurturing emotionally, or however else, like a hug, or a snuggle, or a call to a friend, or even professional assistance to look at emotional trigger points, any things that need to be dealt with, and that can be maybe not the most exciting thing in the world, or like preferred thing, but like you can find some, I guess, rhythm or balance, or harmony within this process. So I really feel that you are actually using your mind this year to great effect, because usually this is someone who's like kind of trapped by they're kind of in their heads about it, and they feel trapped, but they're actually the traditional pictures, they're not so tightly bound up that they can't get free on their own, or use one of these swords to like cut themselves free. But I feel like you're actually, one of the blessings and abilities you have is like you can use your mental your mental facilities to see the bigger picture, and use your mind to like be planning and like seeing like the new direction or the future direction. I really heard that like you're actually birthing something this year. So there might be challenges, but I really want you to, hopefully this is a little bit of a silver lining. You're really birthing something really big this year. You're really, there's something that you're going to be carrying for the rest of your life. Like you're a vision a plan, a goal that is like really big, and it's like basically your whole soul purpose, you're really getting clear on that this year and starting to plan for it and starting to like see the glimmer of like, oh, this could be really amazing, and you're really focusing on that, and that's like helping you get through any challenges, and like this bee and this assistance also kind of, I'm seeing that like you're planning for like how you can get other people on board with your plan and yeah, work in a community or work with others. So there is joy to be had, and there is a lot of pleasure to be had in this planning phase, as long as you keep your eye on the prize, and that this is happening, and that the fact that you have this dream and this desire and this vision within you means that it's meant to happen and it's meant to be yours. And God wouldn't put that in your head. You wouldn't have dreamt it up if it wasn't meant to be, if it wasn't meant to come to life. With this card here, come to life. So there's a process, and you know, the seeds are being, you've already got like all these seeds planted, so you're on your way, and it's happening. It's just taking time to come to fruition, and it's not time to, as they say, count your chickens before they're hatched. It's not time to count the chickens yet. It still has some time to go, but you're definitely on that path, and you have a lot of assistance, and they want you to know that. They want you to know that you have a lot of help, if you want to ask for it, or if you let yourself ask for it. All right, guys, I hope this was helpful. I hope that you got inspired. There was some soul recognition here for these messages, and as always, it was such an honor to read your cards. I just love doing these readings. I learned so much. All of the piles were amazing and had such beautiful messages. So thank you so much for being here, and I hope to see you again in my next reading. All right, guys, bye.